So if you are using GA4 and you have never touched BigQuery, this video is going to change how you work with your data forever. I'm going to show you 5 SQL queries that cover literally 90% of what you will ever need to do with the GA4 data. No bluffs, no theory, just open BigQuery and follow along. Everything I'm going to use today is a free public data sets from Google. So you can run like every single query yourself right now. So just for your info, here you would be able to see, let me zoom in. So here you can see this is the public set. It's called BigQuery Public Data GA4. So first thing first, you need to open your BigQuery. If you don't have a Google Cloud account, create one, and you can just search in YouTube, and you'll come to know with all the steps. I don't want to go with all the setup because what I'm trying to achieve here in this video is just talk about what are the 5 SQL queries that we can use, and that will give us the meaningful data from the GA4. So once you have, so let's say you open the account, and what you need to do is search here and just write BigQuery. Once you click on BigQuery, this will show up, and then you can click one of the, you will be seeing one data set. I'm not going to open this, but once you see a different data sets, and inside the data sets, like the 3 dots will click, and you will be able to see the option to create queries. So once you click there, you will have this blank screen, and then you can paste this, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just writing select everything from this specific table, and this table is from the BigQuery public data. So this is public data for BigQuery, and I'm using GA4. You can use it from your end also. And limit 10 is, so I just want 10 different events up to 10 different rows. So now here, if you check on your, let's see how the table look like. You will see the very first column is event date. The other is event timestamps, event name, event parameter keys, and strings value, parameter values. Similarly, you will see float values, double values, and many more. So if I keep moving, you'll see the user pseudo IDs and user IDs, privacy, user property IDs, and you'll be able to see the device categories, device mobile, everything here, along with the geo user geo info, like the user come from which location, right? And if I keep hovering, you can be able to see e-commerce info, what is the text, what is the values, and many more. Okay, so this, see that structure. So every row is one event, one page view, one click, one purchase, all setting in this table. Okay, now let's do the event review. So what does it mean? So if you see, I process of 3.34 GB, right? I want to be very careful with this, so that's why I'm using limit 10. But let's say I wanted to see how many different events this account have, right? So as you know, as a for any business, we can track, or we can implement tracking where we would be able to capture the primary conversions and secondary conversions. So let's see. We would like to know how many different event names we have. So what I'll say, group by event names, and I'll just mention event names. I just wanted to know event names, right? These are the event names, and I'll say count as event counts. Cool. Let's see. This is going to process my 53.36 MB. And now I can see we have almost 17 event names. And maybe, you know what? I wanted to see event counts descending. So we'll see which event has the highest counts in the descending order. So I see the page view is at the top, which that's how it should be. Then I can see view items. Then we can see view promotions, add to cart, begin checkout, select items. And then I see purchase also. Okay. So this looks pretty good here. So this is one, how you're going to group your event names, and you would be able to identify how does your uh, how does your data look like, which events have what. Now, next, if you would like to see your daily active users, right? So query to like this is one of the most common asks they will ask you. So we already know we have uh, timestamps. So if you see, it's called timestamps. Let me check what was that. Was it even timestamp? Even timestamp as date. Why this is saying timestamp underscore micros event underscore timestamp? So I need to group by date and group by date. And what else we need? We would need user's ID, right? So count distinct. It should be user pseudo IDs. So we have two things. One is user ID and other is user pseudo IDs. So user pseudo ID will be created by GA4 itself, and user ID is something that we can create. So for example, if any user actually logged in, right? So we can send those info via data layer and would be able to capture in GA4. But we won't go there for now. Right now, we'll capture the user pseudo ID. This is based on the unique device IDs. How does it capture? For example, if you would like to see pseudo IDs in GA4, so you would be able to see the user pseudo ID is stored in a GA cookie, and it represent browsers. Composition would be this. Yeah, client ID, device ID, and all present across devices. So if you would like to see more info on sites, go through it. There is an official page also. But uh, for us, we'll be focusing here. So I would need unique. I say I need to count distinct user pseudo ID, and let's say users and order by date. Okay, so if I click here, so I can see how many daily users we had on other days. So on 1st of November, I see these users and many more, right? If I click on visualization, I would be able to see how does my users look like. Okay, so this is perfect. So this is my daily active users. The other could be revenue by source and medium. So let's again check the schema, and you will be able to see source and medium. So if you'll see traffic source medium, traffic source name, and traffic source source. So I will be looking into these two: source, and source medium. So what I'm going to do right now, this would be my one more this. So we knows I'm going to remove select this, and I would need what? Traffic source dot source traffic underscore source dot name. It was name or medium? Medium, right? Medium, and round some e-commerce value as total revenue. So we'll see the revenue also if we have. But I don't, yeah. So purchase revenue. So here you can see e-commerce transaction ID. E-commerce value should be here. Here we go. E-commerce purchase revenue. So this is what we are using here. E-commerce purchase venue, and we have put the round too. So it would be always be like 89.98. It won't be like 98.98765. We won't be, you don't want to see that. Now what? Where the event name is purchase. So we would like to see the source and medium for that. Group by these two. I can write just group by 1, 2. So one is traffic source and traffic source medium, and order by revenue. Order by total revenue descending, limit 10. Okay, this would be fine. We can run. So what we are doing is we are going to check the source and medium where actually the sale happened. So you can see the source and medium is Google Organic, and we have received the most revenue from this channel. Similarly, there's another source medium called Direct None. Maybe user directly comes to the website. Data related, not sure, it's a demo account, but then I see some other sources: shop, Google Merchandise Store.com, referrals. So user goes to this website and then land to the main website and make the purchase. So it's a referral website. Similarly, I can see Google/CPC. This is the paid ad campaigns. Hope that makes sense. So this is good. Now, if you'd like to see the next, would be very important, the conversion funnel. Conversion funnel. So let me just copy this. So for conversion, select, I'll remove this also. I'll remove this conversion funnel. So select what will put the event name, but we would be focusing only on few event names. Like we would like to see how many users actually see the view items, then add to cart, then initiate checkout, and then actually make the purchase. So we would like to see how many users come where, and where actually the drop actually happen. So what else you need? We would like to know the users. So similarly, like how we did, user sudo ID. Yeah, is this the spelling? CY, yeah, CID as users from BigQuery. This is fine. And then I need to put condition where event name in. What do we have here? I have view items. So I'll just put view items and add to cart. Begin checkout. Purchase. Do we have anything else? I see add shipping info. Maybe I'll add shipping info and add payment info. Yeah, cool. And what else? I would need to group by event name and order by users descending. Yeah, let's do that. So I can see 61,252 users on view items. Add to cart is 12.545. Then begin checkout, add shipping, add payment, and then purchase. So now we have the whole funnel. I think run this and immediately you can see like where people are dropping off. Are people adding to cart but not checking out? We can use this, and we can also put the percentage how many users actually abundant on which stage. The next part, UNNEST, the most important one, where this is the one everyone gets stuck on. And once you understand this, GA4 BigQuery stops being scary forever. So let me show you why it exists first and run this. Okay. So let me just paste this again. And I'll remove everything. Select, and let's open. Let me open. Yeah, this is the one, right? So you will see called event parameters keys. So what does it mean? If you see event parameters purchase, you'll see there are different parameters assigned inside this event, right? You can see what you can see. Let's see. So purchase, you can see shipping tag, you can see the value, you can see transaction ID, you can see currencies, you can see page location. And let's say if you would like to extract transaction ID, okay? We need to extract transaction ID. So see that even parameters column is an array. So a list inside a single cell. So GA4 actually stores all your event parameters in here. As you can see, like the page URL, session IDs, campaign name, transaction IDs, everything is here. That's why if I just write select event parameters page location, it won't work. So what I'm saying, like if I use that I would like to extract transaction ID, and if I use select event underscore params dot key dot transaction ID, it won't work. Maybe I'll show you. So let me share this. So what we are doing is we are saying event name purchase, and we are saying event params dot key, and then we have transaction ID, right? And you'll see we'll get there where event name is purchase. Okay. So it says array structure keys. Okay, cool. Now what? If I need to extract parameters from the array, there you would need the UNNEST. Nest actually solve this. A nest unpacks the array and lays it out as rows so you can filter it like a normal table. So what I will be doing instead, here we go, right? So let's what I need to do is, this is something that we need to learn a little bit structure also. So I need to start the bracket, and what I'm going to do is um, transaction ID is where? Transaction ID is here, right? Event underscore values, dot string values, yeah. So I'll just copy this and I'll just mention value strings. So you need to remove this. So now it says value, strings value, and it should be value. And now I need to see from a nest, from where? We are nesting it from event underscore param. So I'll mention this as what? But I need to define my where key. Where key is transaction ID. Okay. So what does it mean is my event params key is transaction ID. Transaction ID. Okay. As what? I'll mention as transaction ID. Okay. So that would be my header column header name. Okay. Now let's run this. We'll see. Okay, I'm able to pull transaction ID now. Cool. So I'm able to extract transaction ID. Similarly, if you would like to extract values also, right? How I'm going to extract value. But value is not in the string value. Value I see inside the int value, right? So let's try this. So what I will do is I can put it like this. Okay, this is same. This is much clear. So I'll just mention same select value dot, but this would be int value, int underscore value, right? Because it's not string. So if I mention int underscore value, from a nest event parameters params where key is equal to value, right? As I can name it anything. So maybe I'll just mention revenue. Okay. Let's run this. I'll see. Okay. Now I can see the revenues also. Awesome. Hope this makes sense. I see there are some null values also, but because I think it's a sample data, that could be the reason. And anything else you want to extract? So maybe let's say we would like to extract page title also. Okay, page title I see in string value. Or maybe if we have other, what we have, this is float values. This is double values. Okay. So I see there is a double value. Let's try what is this double value. Text. Text. Let's extract text. Okay. How are we going to extract text? So maybe you can. I am going to show you, and next time you can try this from your end. So I'll just mention select and value dot. What was that double value, right? Value dot double value. double value from UNNEST event params where key is equal to text, okay, as text. And let's say order by text descending, limit 5. I want it to be less, right? Oh, it's 1.37 GB. Anyways. Now here I can see the text values also. So now notice like how I wrote value.string.value. GA4 stores value in different types depending on what kind of data is it. For example, for text it was float value, for revenue it was int value, and for transaction ID it was string underscore value. If you get a null result, because maybe in that case we are using the wrong data type, yeah, so it could be a different. Sometimes you'll see it use both int value and float value. In that case, you can put QLC and try to have a backup like with a different data type also. So you can save this query, and this is going to save a lot of your time. Hope this make clear. And let's discuss about this as well also. For example, you are seeing a lot of null here. So what I'll do is not try to confuse you guys, but this is very important. So what I'm saying is here, right? Select value int values. If not, what we can do is we can put like what is it was QLs, right? This is the correct spelling. So what I'll do is I'll just put this. What it does, it says it will check this value. So if the revenue is no revenue is null, it will find the next one. So for the next one, what I'll do is I'll just mention int, not the int, the float. Was the float? Was it float? Let's double check. Yeah, float value, float underscore value. So I'll say float underscore value. If there is no float underscore value, then it will go and check next one. Next one would be double value. It just it's like as a backup plan. So why it says, oh, it's supposed to be value dot double value. So now if I rerun it now this revenue, what it does is it's going to check the int value. If the int value is null, it's going to check the float value. If the float value is shell, it will go and check the double value. So it will check all these three. But let's say if it find the values on int value, that's it. So it won't go and check the next two. That's why we use this code here. But hope that makes sense. And that's it. 5 queries, and you'll see like 90% of your GA4 BigQuery work covered. And the UNNEST pattern alone is going to save your hours of frustration. If this helped, subscribe and please reach out to me if you have any questions. Because I'm going to keep dropping practical analytic tutorial like this, and drop a comment. And if you have a specific GA4 BigQuery questions or data tracking questions, I will either reply or make a full video on it. Thank you so much.